This is R.D. Sharma Solution Class 12, Chapter 15, Mean Value Theorem. Exercise is 15.2. Now this exercise is mainly based on the Lagrange's mean value theorem. We call it as MVT in short. So we are going to take the question on this. The difference between Rolle's and Lagrange's is Rolle's says that continuity needs to be checked, differentiability needs to be checked. Then the third one is FA should be equal to FB. A and B are the domain endpoints. So this A and B are the domain points. So the values at A and B has to be equal. Then F dash C will be equal to 0. That C will lie between 2 and 3. In this case, A and B. Now, MVT says continuity differentiability is enough. FA equals to FB is not required. Continuity differentiability, if it is established, then we will have F dash C that will not be equal to 0. Rather, it will be equal to FB minus FA by B minus A. This has to be done. So let us see the question, and there are various questions which are alike, like this one. They're similar to them. So we're going to skip them. So you need to understand this very well. The function is fx is equal to x squared minus 1. Now this function is a polynomial, and this function is continuous and differentiable as well. That is fx in 2 and 3. It is continuous and differentiable. So the continuity and differentiability has to be ascertained for MVT. So you just have to write that. Then continuity and differentiability, after that you have to find out FB and FA. Then FB minus FA by B minus A will be equal to F dash X or F dash C. So there will be a real number value. We call it as C that belongs to this 2 and 3. And this remember, in MVT we always talk about, in Rolle's we always talk about the square brackets. Here also we talk about the square and round brackets. Square brackets means the endpoints are included, round brackets they are not included. Okay, so this FB minus FA by B minus A that we have to do, that means square bracket is more restrictive than the round brackets. That's what I wanted to say. So FB minus FA by B minus A, FB is F3, FA is F2, and B minus A is 3 minus 2. So this Fx is what? X square minus 1. You have to find out F dash X. Now this F dash X differentiation of X square minus 1 will be 2x, and that has to be equated to this FB minus FA by B minus A. So what is F3 here? You have to put it in the original equation, x square minus 1. So you get 3 square minus 1, F2 will be 2 square minus 1. So 9 minus 1 will be 8, 2 to the 4, 4 minus 1 will be equal to 3. So just put it here, and you have to equate it with what? You have to equate it with 2x. So this 2x will be equal to 8 minus 3 divided by 3 minus 2, and that is going to be 1. So you have to understand this question very carefully. So you get 2x is equal to 8 minus 3, that is 5. X will be equal to 5 by 2, that is 2.5. And this 2.5 is actually in between 2 and 3. It is in between 2 and 3. So this X or C which is belonging to 2 and 3. Alright. This was the whole discussion with respect to a question in the Lagrange mean value theorem. I hope you got a better idea now. Now what you have to write, this is how you're going to go about. You have to write everything which I told you, and there are questions which are almost like this that we are going to skip anyways, but those questions which need some kind of discussion, we'll have it. As I said, we will have multiple questions which are based on polynomial. So the first question, first condition here is continuity. Second one is the differentiability. We call it as the MVT, continuity differentiability. Now this x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 3. 0 and 1 is the domain being given. F dash x we have to find out. We will just differentiate it. It will be 3x square minus 2x minus 1. This is your 4x. So 3x square minus 4x minus 1, and that is the differentiation. Now this f dash x, or you can call it as c also, f dash c or x, it will be equal to 3x square minus 4x minus 1, and you have to equate it with fb minus fa by b minus a. So we'll find out fb and fa first, and that has to be put in the original equation. So f1 will be equal to 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square minus 1 plus 3. This is F1. 1 minus 2 minus 1 plus 3. So this is 4 minus 3, that is 1. Then we have the F0. F0, when you put 0, you will get 3. Next one is, as I told you earlier also, if you remember the differentiation, we got 3x square minus 4x minus 1. and that has to be equal to fb minus fa by b minus a. So I'm again reiterating, the differentiation has to be equated with this content. fb is 1, fb is f1, so it has to be 1 minus 3, and you'll get this as a negative 2. You take this negative 2 on left hand side, 3x square minus 4x, this 2 goes here, so you'll get 1. This is a quadratic equation you can make the factors. So 3x square minus 3x minus x plus 1 equals 0. You can take 3x common, it will be x minus 1. You can take minus common here, x minus 1 equals 0. So you'll get 3x minus 1 and x minus 1 equals 0. You'll get x is equal to 1 by 3, and here you'll get x as 1. So you have this, since it is given as the square bracket. Please remember, square bracket means you have to find out between 0 and 1. You cannot take 1. So the value which you're going, because C is belonging to this interval. This is the square bracket. It's not the round bracket. In the question, it's square bracket. So we are going to take 1 by 3, which is actually lying between 0 and 1. So how are we going to write it? This is the procedure and the stepwise explanation. Same thing here, almost similar, and as I said, this x into x minus 1 has to be done as x square minus x. It's almost similar to the first question we attempted and did. So this you can have a reference here. Again, the polynomial function between negative 1 and 2. You can apply the Lagrange's mean value theorem in order to get that c, and that is going to come as half. The same similar question, only the some twist is there, some small change of the numbers are there. Otherwise, the content of or the way of solving will be similar. Here also, x square minus 2x plus 4. The second question we have already attempted for x cube. So this x square will be quite easier for you. And this is just have to multiply this x minus 1 into x minus 2, x into x minus 3. Just multiply it. So everything will remain same. There is no trick. There is no explanation other than what we have already done. Now this is a square root question, so we'll do it. This is under root 25 minus x square, and which is between negative 3 and 4, both are included. So fx is 25 minus x square. So this, first of all, in all these type of question, you have to tell the examiner that inside under root no zero, no negative value can come. Then only you will proceed. If you have negative, then you have to go for some complex number thing. But that we are not discussing here. So 25 minus x square has to be greater than or equal to 0. 25 minus x square has to be greater than or equal to 0. And when you solve it, you'll see that this x square, because in less than or when it is inequality less than or greater, then you get something else. So this is x square is less than or equal to 25. So it can be negative 5 also, plus 5 also. When you square it, it will be 25 only. 25 will be equal to or less than 25. It will not be less than, actually it will be equal to 25. So what we are trying to understand here in the number line, this under root 25 minus x square will always be having certain value. If this x is between negative 5 and 5, then you will have this x between negative 5 and 5, then only it is defined. Now let us see the domain which is given. It is negative 3 and 4. What is negative 3 and 4? Where does it lies? Does it lie between negative 5 and 5? This is negative 3 and this is 4. And you see that between negative 5 and 5, minus 3 and 4 is there. So you can just go ahead, because we don't want any value in the domain which is undefined, which is not prohibiting us to proceed for the solution or application of Lagrange's mean value theorem. So this 25 minus x square is, first of all, this continuity and differentiability in this minus 3 and 4 has been established. Let us take f dash x now, differentiation, 25 minus x square to the power half. So half 25 minus x square to the power half minus 1. Half minus 1 is negative half, and this goes in the denominator. See? So the 25 minus x square differentiation will be minus 2x. So this 2 gets cancelled. You get minus x divided by, and since it is negative half, you go in the denominator, you will get 25 minus x square. This is your f dash x. Now this has to be equated to what? fb minus fa by b minus a, if you remember. And then you'll get a value of x or c that has to lie between negative 3 and 4. Let us see what do we get at f4 and f negative 3. The original equation has to be taken in account. 25 minus, this is 16. 25 minus, this is 3 is 9. So you get under root 9, here you get under root 16, this is 3 and this is 4. So you get FB minus FA, that is 4, no, it will be 3 minus 4. This is, I'll just changing it, okay. It's B minus A, FB minus A divided by B minus A, that is F4 minus F minus 3 divided by 4 minus of minus 3. So it will be negative 1 by 7. This is negative 1 by 7. So you can just equate it with negative 1 by 7. And when you do it, you will find out that this FB minus FA by B minus A has to be equated to F dash X. So negative 1 by 7 has to be equated with negative X by under root 425 minus X square. Negative you can cancel. You can multiply 7X equals 25 minus X square under root. Then you have to take the square. So 49X square equals 25 minus X. Now take it here. So X square goes here. It will be 50X square equals to 25. X square will be equal to 25 by 50. X will be equal to plus minus half. Always remember, whenever we equate X square with something, it always have, or anything with square, it will always be equal to plus minus. So as I said, X square will be equal to 1 by half. And it will not be equal to one value. It will be actually plus minus half. Root 2, sorry. Not half, because when you take the square on the other side, it will be root. You know the value of 2, it is 1.414. Under root 2, you already know value. 1 divided by 1.414 will get you the value between these two. So this X is equal to plus minus 1 by root 2 are both the values which are acceptable to us and which are the solution of this particular MVT Lagranges being verified and applied. I hope you got the idea here. So there are questions which have roots, so I hope you will be able to attempt them and solve them in a way which we have just explained. And how are we going to write it? So this is the way we are going to write it. This is the step-by-step discussion, and finally same thing which we have discussed has to be applied here. Now this is tan inverse X, and this question is also different. So we will solve it. We have the domain as 0 and 1. See, tan inverse. Now we'll just do it in a fast forward manner. Fx is tan inverse X. So this is continuous also and differentiable also, and the 0 and 1. Continuity differentiability has been established in this N Lagrange's MVT. So there has to be some value C between 0 and 1, and that has to be between 0 and 1 that we are going to find out using the MVT. So tan inverse X, when you take the differentiation, tan inverse X differentiation is 1 by 1 plus X square. 1 by 1 plus X. So FB minus FA divided by B minus A. What is FB? It's tan inverse 1. What is FA? It's tan inverse 0. And then B minus A, that is 1 minus 0. Tan inverse 1 is what? Pi by 4. You are already know that it is 45 degrees, so pi by 4. Tan inverse 0 is 0 only, and then we have 1 minus 0, so you have pi by 4 here. You have to equate it with pi by 4. So 4 equals pi plus pi x, or rather then multiplying it, let us take pi on the other side. It will be pi by 4. So x square will be equal to 4 by pi minus 1 under root. So x square will be 4 by pi minus 1. You can take the under root, but since it is x square, as I just mentioned in the previous question, it has to be equal to plus or minus. So you can just put the value of pi as 3.14 or 22 by 7, and you can find out the value. If you have a calculator, you can do it in a faster way. But my idea is that this whole will be in between the 0 and 1. No, negative value cannot be there. So if you are between 0 and 1, only positive value you can contain. So when you have a negative, when you equate x with plus minus, you have to unfollow that negative one. You have to just take the plus and then write the answer. So the answer can be computed. Now let me tell you how are you going to solve it. This is the whole idea, this is the whole step, and that is enough for your completion. Now this is x plus 1 by x. So this is very straightforward. X square plus 1 by x. Since we have not done a question, it might look for the beginners as different. So do it very quickly. Fx is x square plus 1 by x. Differentiation can be done using the quotient rule, p by q form, px by qx. So f dash x will be, let us differentiate it. The denominator will be squared, so it will be x square. X will be here, x square plus 1 will be 2x. Always remember the quotient rule is applied when you have px by qx to function in the numerator and denominator form. Then you have this x square plus 1 here. Differentiation of x will be 1 only. So 2x square minus x square minus 1 divided by x square, and then this will be x square minus 1 by x square. This is f dash x. You have to equate it with fb minus fa by b minus a. You have to take b as 3, a as 1. So f3 minus f1 divided by 3 minus. Let us put it here. fb is 3. So you can just take 3 plus 1 by 3. Oh no. Or you can take x square plus 1 by x. So 3 square plus 1 by 3. And 1 square plus 1 by 1. This is 1 square plus 1 by 1. Please remember. It will be, so this is 10 by 3. So this fb minus fa is, I'll just change it. There is slight change I have to make. It's 1 plus 1 by 1. If you put 1 plus 1 by 1 is simply 2. And this is okay. This is okay. This one is okay. 10 by 3. So this 3 square plus 1 by 3. So that has no problem. So this is 10 by 3. Fa, as I said, it will be, I'm just rechecking it just to be sure that what we have done is actually okay. So 1 plus 1 by 1. So you get this as 2. So 10 by 3. Minus 2 divided by b minus a, 3 minus 1 will be 2 only. And that has to be equated with f dash x. So let us solve this. 10 minus 6 divided by 3. You have 2 here. 4 by 3, 2 is there. 2, so 2 by 3. Now equate it with 2 by 3. 2 by 3 is here. Now 3x square minus 3 equals 2x square. Now this goes here. So you have x square equals 2, x square equals 2, 3. So x will be equal to plus minus 3 under root 3. So you have to see which one will come between 1 and 3, and it is quite obvious that you have to ignore the negative value. You just have to take the positive value, and that comes between 1 and 3, that is root 3. And you know the value of under root 3 is 1.732. Alright. So this is how you're going to actually write it. This is a very straightforward question. We have already attempted this kind of question. You just have to open this x plus 4 whole square, a plus b whole square. You will not get any extra 2ab if you remember. So this is the way you are going to solve it. Under root x square minus 4. So, and since we have done this kind of question, if you remember, under root 25 minus x square. So let us see, and we'll do it later. Thank you so much.